What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore Secret of Mana, and we're going to start with the legend. And I don't know where this track plays, but it's track 24. So let's play it. What was that at the beginning? Was slap bass. And that's the loop. We pretty much have all our instruments that I can tell here. So let me go into... Let me isolate the first channel and see what we've got. If we've got anything, so go to that channel. So we've got something... Ah, that's the drums. Okay. It looks like we have a downbeat somewhere here. No, actually that's not a downbeat, it's an offset drum beat. Alright, well, let me just copy this then. Copy and find first empty and call this drum. So let me cut these. I'm gonna stop this. I've heard enough. Let me cut this kick. Or no, this is the kick. Let me cut the snares. Wait, was the first one a kick or a snare? Okay, I think it was a snare, so usually the snare is higher, so. Let's see, cut this and go to the snare and okay. Now, which note are we looking for? I think it's this. I think it's the root note. So let's set the root note to be G6. And I think the kick is going to be at the root note as well. Or maybe just at G, because the root note was already set pretty low. So let's take some out of the kick, take some tail out. That makes sense if the first note is a snare, because it's like, oh, it's a 3 downbeat. So let me set the snap to beat and just put that a little bit before. And so this is the right place, right? Yeah. Nice. So we've got that. Now let me give that these two a mixer track and call them kick and snare. Okay, so now the next channel. Oh, so we've got a regular bass and a slap bass. So let me add that regular bass in. And then it changes to a slap bass right around here, I think. Yeah. So we can just grab this whole thing because this is all contact, and then at least I think, unless it changes again, let me see. No, it only changes once. Let's find first empty and call it bass. Go to contact, paste, and let me change it to, what is the slap bass at? 5. So select 5 and Alt C to change. So let me play that because that's getting kind of annoying. Stop that. And then let me select everything from here on forward and set it to, what is the regular bass? 7? Yeah, 7. So let me select that and press Alt C to change it. Gotta send it an octave down. And that should match if we play it. Yes. So now the slap bass might be the wrong octave. Yes, so we have to, well, actually, yeah, we have to go an octave further down. Nice. Okay, so that works. Now if I just paste that into the mix, I'm gonna put the bass down here and the drums here. Just to make room for above for other things. So now I want to move on to the next channel. Ah, we got some flutes. Two flutes. Each pan the same way, so we can record them into one line if we want. So far, anyway. And then the last one changes to marimba. And it does that when... So it does that at bar 9. Oh, but I think the flute might move to this channel. No, that's more marimba. And we still have no other flute. Ah, the bass moves again, too. Wait, it actually changes back to bass. And we have two basses going on. Ah, okay, so let's cover that first. But let me see, this changes back to bass at some point, like right back to regular bass. So it changes back at bar 25. And so now this is going to become channel 7 at bar 25. Alt-C to change. I want to see what that does at the end. That's the glockenspiel. Yeah, that's the glockenspiel, so we can leave that out. Okay, and then it loops over. So what I want to then do is just grab everything, whoops, everything on the other side of 29. Copy, first like, thank you, appreciate it. And so now I paste here, and remember we want to go an octave down for this. And then I'm going to send it to 7. So Alt-C to change, and then I'm going to select this part. And first put that another octave down, and then send it to channel 5. Alt-C to change. Okay, so now we should have very powerful bass. Okay, that is entirely too low. So what is going on there? But let me check how the octaves track. So that works, that's the right octave. Now when it changes to slap, is that the right octave? I don't know about that. Might be. Yeah, it is. Okay, and then let's see. When it changes back. That doesn't seem right. I want to say that this one is supposed to go an octave up, this lower one. Maybe I put it down too much. Yes. And the same for this one as well. Okay, now let's check that last part. Yes, okay, that works. So our bass line's good. It's just entirely too loud, so I want to take it down to about 6 dB. Nice. Okay, so now we can move on to whatever was going on in the next channel with our flute. So we have this whole thing, I think, is a flute, actually. Yeah, it doesn't change. And we have another flute here as it first starts out in the last channel. But it changes at bar 9. And I don't think it turns back, except for this part here. It briefly changes back. So it's gonna go, I'm trying to find where it changes. Ah, there we go. Nice. So, okay, so I've got that. Now, let me see. So this part, let me check on if it's panned differently than the first one. No, it's still panned the same. So we can record that in the same line. So let me just copy this. So let me go to MIDI out, add a MIDI out to go to port 2. And we're going to go to TG77 and change it to flute patch. So let's get it to the flute, and then now we can record like that. But I have to put the have the TG77 going to my Scarlett, and then I have to put a limiter. Oh, but I also have to grab that other line and actually paste this line. And it's going to go an octave up from what it is in the MIDI, so Then we're going to go back to the MIDI and wait, select a certain amount. So we're going to select everything before bar 9. And then there are a few note trills for the flute. Right here. Here. We'll copy that. Paste, and let's see, do we have an envelope that we need on this? No. It might be. There is vibrato, so we will need some, we will need an envelope controller on it. So let's call this flute. And then we're going to put it into the project. And then let's see, we need an ending on that too, because it goes all the way down. And what does it start on in the beginning? D, and there's a high F. So let's try that. The note is entirely too loud, so let's turn that down. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to do it. Oh, I forgot to put it up an octave too. So Shift C, wait, select that note, and then Shift C to select all from that color. Go up, and then that's. I can just go ahead and record that. Let me grab Edison. And I'm going to turn the volume down here because it's going to be super loud. So press record and play. I just wanted to say that I love it. Thank you. Okay, so stop recording, stop playback, and now we can save this line as legend underscore boot. Okay, and I don't know if we need any more recordings here. Everything else should be strings and marimba. So I don't think we need any more recordings, so let's delete Edison. And let's save this project as The Legend. So now let's load the project up again. And let's see. So now we should be back in 44.1. And so now I'm going to turn off the TG77. And let me give the bass a mixer track. Send a contact to channel 3, call this bass. And then call the next one slap bass. And so now I want to send the slap bass to a separate master out and go to send that to plugin outs 3 and 4. And then let's see, go +1. Now if I go to the bass, plays in the bass channel, and when I go slap bass, it plays in the slap bass channel. But we want them to be equal volume. We want them all to be 6. So now that a little lower. Nice. Okay, so now the flute recording we can load in. Let's go to Legend under L. Legend flute, and then I forgot to trim the side noise here, so oops, and normalize. Okay, so now that should be playing there, and I'm gonna replace the MIDI out with a with an envelope controller. So now, and I want to change this to LFO and put a vibrato. And so now I want to zoom in because the pitch value on the... Actually, I wonder if I can assign it to the... Let me go to filter group all. I wonder if I can assign it to the fine pitch. No, I can't. So the pitch knob is very sensitive. It goes up to like 3 octaves or something. So what I want to do is zoom in as much as possible because I need a less than a note's pitch bend. I want to zoom in as much as possible and just take off the snap. Just do like that. And then I want to link the pitch to the articulator 1. And see, it's going crazy, so we don't want that. It's like too much already. But the envelope is going, that's why it's going crazy, not because of the pitch. So when we go to the legato notes, we should see, it's kind of delayed, but we see a little flutter there. So I want to then go to song. And I'm going to take this down to about 41% volume. Yeah. And then go to where the legato is. I need more vibrato and I need it faster. Oh, you know what's happening? It's freezing right here, so I just do sustain loop end. There you go. But it sounds like it's delayed for some reason. Let me play a little bit. Maybe a little stronger. Let me zero in on the flute. Be a little bit less. Now let me see how that matches up. Wait, I have to raise the volume again. So we have this, right? Now let me see how that matches up in the original. Let me try to compare that note in particular. Might even want to make it sooner. Let me press tempo and then just do like that. And faster. Now let me compare to the original again. That works. I like that. Okay, so now let's give that a mixer track. Let's send it to there. Call this Flute. So now we can move on to channel 4. So we've got strings, and this track is strings too. But does it stay strings is what I want to know. Yes, it does stay strings. Oh, but also I forgot about my panning on the flute. And let me see, is there happen to be panning on the bass since there's two basses? Doesn't look like there is. Wait, yes there is. 16% to the right. So that would be the first bass. Wait. Basses are spread out. Okay, so the basses are spread out. That means I need 2 patches for each. So let me go and add another slap bass and another finger bass. And that's going to be 8 for the regular bass and 9 for the slap bass. Now I go take the bottom one, change that to 8. Alt-C to change, and now select this other layer. Oh wow, I forgot a note there. Change and Alt-Select to change that as well. Now this note I can just... And so that last part, is that going to the right or to the left? Let me see. No, that's going to be the other one. So let me select that one. Control Shift to select the bottom line. And change that one to 7. And then change this one to 8. I think it's 8, right? Yeah, it's 8. Change that one to 8. Wait, I have to select 8. Yeah. Alt-C to change. Okay, but do they really switch like that? Do they go... There's the one... So the top one, that one's A, and then it goes to A sharp. Okay, so these need to be switched around. This one goes here, but wait. Let me go and see. Let me go and take another look at that. Okay, so it is switched. The top one turns into the top one is 8, and then the bottom one is 7. Alt-C to change, and then that. Select 7 and change that. Whoops. And so now I want to take the bottom layer, I think it is. That's there. That's D6. And the bottom. So the first layer is the bottom layer. So I want to change the top layer. D6, and then it goes up to A5, and then it goes up to A6, the first one. Okay, so I want to change this one here. That's what I need. To 9. Alt-C to change, and then it should be comprehensive. Okay, so, and I also need to lower the volume for those to about -6. Send and dog use it. Okay, so now we have them in both channels. Now I just need to set the first one to 16% right. About. And then the second one's to 16 left. And I also need to send the second slap bass to that slap bass mixer channel. Nice. Okay, so that works. Hold on one second. Okay, so we need to then move on to the next one, which is strings. So these strings, these both stay strings, I think. Yeah. And I almost forgot about the panning on the flute. Let me see about that. So this one's going to be... Hold on one second. Okay, so panning for the flute should be, see, 45% left. You copy that value, paste value, and now we can move on to the strings. So let me copy the strings. This one's going to be, actually they're both panned the same way. 45% right. So if I go into contact and set these first two strings, well, I can just use one channel since it's 45. So let me go find first empty, call this strings. And then let me go to contact and paste. And I'm going to change this to channel 1. Okay. And I think we're going to have to cut this one short because I just got a call into work. So let me let me finish this stream tomorrow, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right. Sorry about the interruption. Jam and Sam out. I'll be back.